Hey, did you know that I beat the game with only one level 1 Pokemon? Yeah, right. Next you're gonna tell me you beat it without using any moves. Hello YouTube, and welcome to my... Yeah, let's not do that. I have better YouTubers to watch. We're doing this. Here are the rules. Let's get that started already. Game Freak wanted us to experience what it would feel like to go on an adventure with your ex. So they created Berry, the most annoying rival that ever existed. Birds! Quick, give me a Pokeball! Or a rock! Or a 3-barreled shotgun. After stealing the professor's Pokemon, we talk to Mom, break up with Berry, talk to Mom again, and get my Pokeballs. Now that I can enslave Pokemon, I can start trading with Gen 4 games. I decided to name my Pokemon after all of my favorite Game of Thrones characters. We get the Pokewatch, so now we can do cool stuff like this. I decided I'm not going to bother you with rival fights. You're welcome. This guy shows us to the gym, he's got his hat on backwards, so I can already tell he's an awesome douchebag. After all my level 1 challenges, oh my god, is that what leveling up feels like? I might have taken it too far. We finally have a first rock type gym for a change. You piece of rock. How I plan on taking down the opponent depends on whether they are physical or special, their type, and more importantly, do they have contact moves or not. First of all, I start with Hail, thanks to the ability Snow Warning. This turns the battle into one big snowball fight that no one asked for. Now everyone gets hit, that's called equality. Next I bring a Pokemon that not only doesn't get hit, but actually benefits from the disaster and recovers some of its HP. That's called capitalism. With leftovers, I recover even more HP, so a Pokemon with high HP pool and enough resistance can last long enough to take down the enemy. This will prove important later, but we have a bigger problem. What do I do on my turn? If only there was a way to skip your turn and do nothing? What if I tell you that there is a way other than having Pokemon attack each other, which is Pokemon cruelty and I don't support it. I throw Pokeballs at them. Yep, this wastes my turn, doesn't use the Pokeball, and gets me insulted right after getting rejected, which coincidentally reminds me a lot of my dating life. Her Onix is a sneaky one. He tries to lower my defense with Screech before attacking me. Of course, I'm too smart to fall for it, so I just switch to reset my stats and take him down normally. It gets easier with his last Pokemon. Why is that? Because he has contact moves. A contact move is like trying to touch someone without consent. It's illegal and creepy, but we like it because now we can mess them up. Like get them poisoned, burned, arrested, anything we want. I use Nidorina to get him poisoned, and that takes them down even faster than Hail. After punching them with our faces for a few more turns, they finally give up and die.
How did I do?
Ah, the serenity and beauty of fresh air. You know, there is nothing wrong with just standing and smelling the air every once in a quick he turn around. Fine. I escort this lady safely for a whole distance of 20 yards. We get the Works Key, which sounds like a complete scam. Reunite a kidnapped scientist with his daughter. Aren't family reunions great? It melts my heart. I have to find every girl in the gym, as they try to run and hide away from me, which coincidentally also reminds me of my dating life. Time to break down the fight once again. This is a nice battle because her Pokemon have contact moves. I have a Slugma with the ability Flame Body, which is just like a Nidorina, but it burns instead of poisons, and I will need them for physical opponents, because burn lowers the enemy's attack, so it helps me survive longer. I don't even use Hail this time, so that my Pokemon can recover from leftovers. Another way to waste my turn is by switching, and I usually do that in 4 cases. 1. If I want to bait an opponent into using a specific move. So let's say for example I bring out a water Pokemon to increase the rate of a grass type attack, and then switch to Slugma. 2. If my Pokemon got its stat lowered, or like in this case, if I got Leech Seeded, once I switch, all of that resets. 3. In certain battles, I can switch out on the last turn to a specific Pokemon in order to change the opponent's Pokemon order. Lastly, if an enemy has several super effective moves, I can try and switch around every turn to a Pokemon that resists his next attack. This can help me keep me alive for a few turns, and it comes in handy in the late game. I use Shedinja here because she can't attack it. Let's keep this on the down low but I clicked Snore by mistake when I wasn't paying attention. I didn't even know I had Snore. But let's go back to throwing Pokeballs and pretend that never happened. We defeat Gardenia. We save the bike owner and he tells us to come visit him in his bike shop for a reward. I hope it's a new car or a tank. I decided I'm not going to bother you with the rival fights. You can thank me later. What is this puzzle? This one is a fighting type with all physical attackers that have contact moves, and only one Pokemon that can attack Shedinja. I was going to burn each one of them, but then I decided it was a bad idea when my Slugma died, so I just relied on an item called Sticky Barb. This one deals damage to the holder every turn, which is an absolutely useless item to give to your Pokemon, unless you have issues. But before you judge me, Sticky Barb passes on to the enemy if they attack you with a contact move, so after one hit, they guarantee to die. My god, I'm a genius. Right after saying that, I remembered that Sticky Barb doesn't get passed on if the Pokemon is holding an item, which led to this. My god, I'm a genius.
One eternity later.
So I had to wait until she struggled herself to death. Seems like a situation where everybody turned out a loser. Don't you just hate it when you bump into your mom and she doesn't have your tux in her carry-on? Oh, never mind, thanks. I will be speeding up all battles in this challenge, because watching Pokemon die by themselves is as fun as watching grass grow. See this Gyarados? Yeah, me neither. All Wake's Pokemon have contact moves, and even if he didn't, he's water type, so Mycelium can tank them for days. And that's what I did with his Floatzel. Ironically, for a gym leader named Wake, this battle was a snooze fest.
Out! Get out!
Someone placed a bomb, but the rival wanted to battle first. I decided I'm not going to bother you with the rival fight, I accept donations. Hey, you guys wanna see my tank? What were they thinking when they designed this gym? Seriously, they couldn't think of anything, so they gave me second grade math? At least we can still run. This one was difficult, and I had to level up more, and I still got stuck for a while. I switched to Parasect on the last turn, so that she brings Gengar next. For 3 reasons. 1, her Mismagius is a son of a... and I don't want it second, so she doesn't heal it. 2, her Gengar has a contact move, so I can get it burned, unlike her Mismagius. 3, they were only 2 actually. I was still barely able to defeat her. I even tried to predict some of her moves, and switched out a lot. But you can't predict her because she is one crazy human female. None of her move choices made sense. Actually, that's the case for most AIs in this game. That's why I don't recommend doing the challenge for this game. I don't recommend it for any game actually. Before heading to the next town, we challenged the rival again. I decided I'm not going to bother you with the rival fights, I'm just gonna leave this here. Next gym leader. I once again switch on the last turn to make the AI bring Steelix next. Because it has a contact move, I want it to get healed, especially that his Bestiod, his last Pokemon has rest, and I have to make it run out of power points, so I expect to hate myself. This one can change from Hail to Sandstorm to Hail again. We had 3 weather forecasters quit on us. Did you know that because I never attack, I never wake up from sleep? Mycelium will never wake up. Not sure if it's a bug, or if it's just lazy. This is the most intense battle I have ever seen, where absolutely nothing happened, and both Pokemon remained asleep. Once he's done with rest, he goes down ever so slowly, as he goes for Iron Defense. Meanwhile, Mycelium is still asleep. Candace's fight was easy. Bulbapedia got me scared for a while, because they had Snover's moveset wrong, and it seemed that he didn't have a contact move. But he does. This means if I use Flame Body to get them burned, unlike my sense of humor, everyone gets it. Getting the enemy burned makes it really easy, because their damage gets lowered. Magcargo also has high defense, so it can take a few hits. Candace does me a favor and brings out Hail herself, showing how lovely Canadians can be. Whoever came up with Rock Climb and Fog, I hope he or she banged their little toe on every house stand for a year. Is this what getting high feels like? I can taste the light. Last gym badge. His Raichu has a contact move. This one is done. His Ampipom can't attack my Nidorina because he only has one attacking move that is electric type. Luxray also has contact moves, so getting it poisoned and fired was not a problem. It was only his Octillery that didn't have one, so we both suffered for a while. If you've been paying attention, you will notice I haven't evolved my Celios yet. I decided I won't evolve them unless I have to. Yeah, I'm going to need to evolve my Celios. Before moving on, everyone, meet the team. Team, meet my 5 viewers. With introductions out of the way, let's throw Pokeballs at people. Guys, if you know what game this music is from, then you had a great childhood, or a bigger brother who wouldn't let you play with him. The rival is a problem, but as long as I make sure his physical attackers are burned, yes, his Empoleon has 3 physical attacks, don't ask me why, blame Game Freak, and poison or burn the remaining Pokemon, it should be fine. I know what you're thinking, I thought you said he was difficult. Well, I left out one little small, very big, ultra fat problem, which is his Snorlax. It doesn't get poisoned, and getting it burned is also useless because it has rest, so I have to wait until it runs out of power points. Did I mention it wasn't even his last Pokemon? I honestly forgot how many was remaining by the time it went down, because I didn't think I would make it, so I didn't care. Luckily, Burn helps me recover back until his last Pokemon goes down. With such an easy one-sided defeat, I clearly need some leveling up before trying the Elite Four. First of the Elite Four is Aeron. His first 2 Pokemon don't have contact moves, so the boring way it is, I get his Drapion burned, and I have to get his Heracross burned. If that thing was left to attack, it will kill my entire team so fast, McDonald's would hire it for delivery. Then I outslept his last Pokemon until she ran out of power points and killed herself.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Bertha has no chance, because now I'm throwing Master Balls. Just kidding, her team is all physical, they all have contact moves, so the combination of Burn and Skarmory is bad news for her. Her Quagsire only has Dig as its attacking move, so if I switch to Skarmory on the second turn, and keep doing that over and over, he won't be able to attack me. I use that to make it run out of power points, and struggle itself to death. It gets better because my Magcargo, Skarmory, and Nidoqueen are not affected by her sandstorms, so I still get healed by leftovers. As for the rest, as long as I get them burned, Skarmory can do the rest, because nothing can take it down. So I wait for them to go down as I work on my aiming. Next is Flint. Bad news, I realized I wasn't recording, and I felt terrible. Good news, I lost so many times on the next Elite Four, I had 3 different recordings of Flint. So I still felt terrible. You'll notice the level change in this one, because I needed to level up. I get his Rapidash poisoned by switching to Nidoqueen when he goes for Bounce, a 2-turn move. His Lapini only has Fire Punch, so Magcargo is perfect here. Not only do I resist him, but I get him burned. Ever heard of the saying, fight fire with fire? Yeah, that doesn't apply here. Steelix does me a great favor. He stops Hail with his Sunny Day, so now that I got it burned, Skarmory actually gains health while being attacked. I bring Hail up for his last 2 Pokemon, and Walrein tanks them like the 2-teethed monster that he is. Lucian has one problem. That long mustache, 2-spoon pain in the ass has only special moves that doesn't make contact and has recover. So I have to tank an Alakazam until it runs out of power points. That's why I needed to overlevel my 2 Walreins. It was not fun, fast, nor exciting, and every time he lowers my special defense with Psychic, I had to switch to my second Walrein. Once it starts using Struggle, it's over. The rest are not a problem, they either get burned or don't deal enough damage to me. Next is the champion. Bad news, we still have one more elevator. It gets worse because Cynthia only has 1 Pokemon with a contact move, so I have to rely on Hail. The fight early on is easy. Spiritomb just does not deal enough damage to Walrein. It was sad to watch, so Cynthia decided to heal it. Next is her Roserade, and that colorful bouquet is nothing but bad news, because it has a chance of getting me poisoned, so I have to try over and over until it goes down to Hail without poisoning me. I'm on her second Pokemon, and one of my Walreins is already down. His Gastrodon is next. It gets sad again, watching my Walrein heal as she tries to attack me, so Cynthia decided to heal it. A special Lucario with no contact move. What do I do here?
Same thing we do every night.
Garchomp is not a problem. Milotic is. That sweet looking mermaid was going down easily until it decided to use Aqua Rain. Now she gains the exact same health she loses from here, so now I have to wait for Struggle. With the healing I'm getting, I don't take damage, so it's only a matter of time and Master Balls to the face before it goes down. The amount of nothing that happened during this challenge is astonishing. So yep, I just defeated the game without any moves or items.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video.